Still life. Got life. Nikuwekee kiti hapo.
I think you're ready.
Not yet. Wait. Just wait.
May we rise and have a word of prayer. God our Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for granting the opportunity of each and every one of us to be here. And those watching us online. We thank you for the gift of life. We thank you for the gift of one another. Grant us the knowledge, the spirit of listening to our brothers and sisters who will be sharing with us their ideas, things that will make Marist move to the heavens, ideas that will make Marist get a step ahead. For these and many other intentions deep down our hearts, we present them before you, O God. Amen.
Thank you, brother. Okay, on that note, allow me to welcome the chairman of the electoral body to give his opening remarks. Welcome, Chief.
The principals, administration and academics, dean of students, teaching and non-teaching staff, commissioners of MIUCSO Electoral Commission, the outgoing MIUCSO executives, all students, good afternoon. My name is Augustine Okokon, the chairperson of MIUCSO Electoral Commission for the year 2021-2022. I am very pleased to stand here and to welcome you all. In a special way, I welcome the new students who have joined the Marist family for their integral education. I welcome everyone to this Students' General Assembly. This is a forum whereby all students come together, interact, get familiar with each other, and air out their complaints to be addressed by either the students' body or the university administration. It is quite unfortunate that we cannot call for assembly for all students due to the present situation of the COVID-19 pandemic. But we hope that with time, everything will be stabilized and we shall go back to our normal way of living and socializing with each other. Therefore, to all our new students, I invite you to view Marist as your second home, a place where we live as one happy family. So feel free to get familiar with everybody around you. We have gathered here this day to carry out two important events, as it is part of what enhances the smooth conduct of the activities of the college. Therefore, we shall be listening to our outgoing MIUCSO executives as they present their reports of service to the students' organization for the past 1 or 2 years. Following after that shall be the presentation of manifestos from candidates contesting for various positions in the MIUCSO's office. Thus, after each presentation, You are free to ask questions and will call for clarifications in any areas that you may not understand. Conclusively, I invite you to participate actively during this interactive session to ensure the success of today's meeting. Thank you all, and may God bless our deliberations to produce the desired fruits.
As a report from the current chairman of the Electoral Commission, which will be conducting the next week election. Because our lady, she's not around, she will join us later. I would like to invite reports from the outgoing MIUCSO to give the outgoing MIUCSO executives who are around to give their reports concerning their experience in the office. I start with the General Secretary, Madam Rukia.
Chairperson of the Electoral Committee, the electoral members, my chair, fellow student councils, and my fellow students, good afternoon. So my name is Rukia Hussein. I'm the outgoing General Secretary. Honestly speaking, I don't have a speech. I will not lie to you that, oh, I did this or I did that. What I have done has portrayed itself. What I was unable to do has also portrayed itself. I did my best, although I wanted to do more, but I believe what I submitted to everyone was my capability. So, thank you.
Okay, let us invite the next person, the treasurer, the outgoing treasurer, Bwana Golden.
Let me simply say all protocols observed. Good afternoon, everyone. Professor Lumumba once said, if you spend the whole day explaining what you have done, it means you have not done anything, but I just sit down because what you have done speaks for itself. I also want to believe that for those who have been in Marist, they are able to see and testify to what I did in my capacity as the MIUCSO manager. For the first years, we might not have a direct encounter, but you can still remember me the times I was doing the orientations with those who were present with me. Might be quick also to mention some apologies from the president himself. You know, our term of office was extended due to unforeseen pandemic that we are all going through. So he was in fourth year, he had to leave. So things are not that very easy that he could be with us. He really wanted to be with us. But let me just be quick to mention what are some of the things that I did as a reminder to you. I was able to keep clear record of all financial transactions of MIUCSO. I've done that. If you want to know about something, you can just see me, but it will be handed over. I have consigned all financial transactions of MIUCSO, except a few. I prepared the budget and presented to the Congress at the very beginning of the semester. Those who are Congress members, outgoing Congress members can testify to this. But this could not continue due to some misunderstandings that were there between MIUCSO and the financial officer by then, Mr. Felix. I also chaired the financial committee. It was in my responsibility. I think Sister, what's her name? She was in that committee, and Nepo, among others. Then I also organized and coordinated income generating activities. As a MIUCSO, you don't just rely on the money that we receive from the students. We also generate some income through some activities such as bursary, sports, among others. I also wrote some letters to solicit some financial assistance. In Marist, we are from over 20 countries. I and the president, with the others, we visited almost all the embassies here in Nairobi, and we are requesting them to support the cultural week. We also wrote a letter to the research center administration, and they supported they supported the best dresses, the best crazy, and all those things. So we appreciate them in their absentia. I also started the project of opening an M-Pesa pay deal. This was going to help in enhancing transparency in the way MIUCSO receives their donations, especially when it comes to bursary fundraising. This did not go through due to some challenges, which will be handed over to the next team. Then let me be quick to mention to you that during Cultural Week, we managed to spend 59,500 and we saved 9,810 from the money that were given by the school. Then, as I promised in my manifestos, that I'm going to make use of the airtime selling to generate some income for the bursary, we managed to get the profit of 20,000. I would like to thank Brother Samuel Nkua in this regard. He has been very faithful to this project. Then during the Marist tournament, I managed to record and save 20,000. Those people who came for the games during the tournament, they were contributing. So this gave our input in the bursary amounting to 125,000. Thank you so much. If there will be another question, you ask me later. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Dole, for that wonderful report. I think as most of the students who are here can bear me witness that you tried as a treasurer of MIUCSO. You did a lot. We appreciate you. The next person to give our report is, because the president is not around, on behalf of the president, is our able vice president.
All protocols observed. Good afternoon. My name is Sharon Kitali, the outgoing Vice President of MIUCSO, and I'm also the committee member of House. My duty as the Vice President was to take up the role of the President when he was not around, and I was also in charge of clubs in MIUCSO. So in line with that, uh, so many clubs have come up during my era. This includes the Environmental Club, the Health Prize, where I was one of the founders, and many other achievements. I'm here for another reason, and it's an interesting story. I hope you're ready. So this is a story about the Mary Immaculate Rehabilitation Home that gets young boys, especially the street boys, and takes them in and gives them basic primary education. Can you imagine a life where you're living on the streets and you don't have enough clothes to keep you warm, having nothing to eat, and worst of it all, having a life with no food? Um, I'm sure most of us sitting here or working from home have no idea what it feels like to be in such a situation. But I'm also sure you're familiar with what I'm talking about. We have for countless of times passed across the street boys as we are going around. about the businesses. Well, these particular boys agreed to go on a different path and decided to be taken by the Mary Immaculate Home, which is located in South Bay, so that they can have a different future. This home is giving them a second chance to become better people in the society. And in order to support this initiative that this home started, we can do so by bringing our contributions and making sure that the society becomes a better place. Hashtag let's make the difference. We will be running by this hashtag as we rally for donations to support the young guys. House price, those who are new, the people who don't know, House Prize is a club that is a community of young people who are literally leading a generation to change the world. At House Prize, we believe that business has the power and the responsibility to change lives for better. The House Prize is a worldwide student competition that challenges university teams to solve the most pressing global issues with viable business ideas. All students are encouraged to take advantage of this opportunity to give to give a global platform to their business ideas that can have a direct impact on the society. So go ahead and register and be part of the team. Registration is absolutely free, and the registration papers will be available at the MIUCSO office. So Justin, one of the representatives from the home, gave us a list of the most needed items in the home. These include maize, beans, sugar, maize flour, wheat flour, porridge flour, and green grams. We have allocated different representatives from all the departments to collect the contributions. So from the Arts and Social Science Department, Ashley and Faust will be in charge. From the Education Department, Moses will be in charge. And from the Business Department, Solomon and Bidel will be in charge. And we also have a number for those who would like to make contributions to M-Pesa. You can do it through the number 0791412464. I'll repeat again, 0791412464. When you send in the money, you will get the name of Angela Mungo. So, us as the Heart Prize, we aim to unleash the full potential of every individual to contribute to their community and to solve the challenges of their community and to broadly tell the story about humanity as we tackle the issues of the 21st century and beyond. So, as you can see, there's poster there written support a brother initiative. So we hope you will support these young guys and make a difference in their lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. That has been the report of the Auditorium MIUCSO executive. At this point, I would like to invite Brother Moses to give some vote of thanks to the Auditorium MIUCSO. Good afternoon, the university's administrative officers, the outgoing MIUCSO executives, the Electoral Commission officers led by Okoko Augustine. Good afternoon, students. As you've already heard, my name is Brother Moses Faye. I recently joined the university, so my face may be a bit strange to some. I have the privilege to express a word of gratitude to our outgoing students body. As you may know, the task of leading people, if actually one understands you will not venture into it. It's only those who maybe go into service with a lot of, selfish interests, who usually, fight tooth and nail to make sure they are there. But when you understand actually what is involved, nobody, struggles for, unless one wants to serve. It is based on this fact I would like to express appreciation, gratitude to the student body who very soon will hand over, the leadership baton to the next students who will be duly elected as the student leaders. Being a student is quite challenging. You have a lot of issues to attend, but sacrificing to make sure that they serve their fellow students, even if they did not achieve anything, by that singular act to be in that office, keep it until the next, set of leaders comes in, we need to appreciate you. But there is no way we can say they've stayed there for 1 year without achieving anything. Only being in that office, your interests were somehow protected, your concerns were addressed, even though it may not be exhaustively. So we want to use this opportunity to appreciate you for, sacrificing to serve, for the numerous things you've achieved. And I believe it was a learning experience for all of you. You might have learned a lot. Okay? And that's why I'm inviting those who are, desiring to be there. That if you look at the challenges you may face in that office, you will not, be interested to go in there. But desiring, to campaign, eventually to be voted to go in there, it's an indication that you have very good intention to go in there and serve your colleagues. So I will invite you, as we appreciate those who are going out, we equally call on them that, when you hand over, actually, we shall see your love for that office when you are able to give them the orientation they will expect from you to make sure that, they have smooth run conduct of their affairs in that office. Some people at times when they hand over, they disappear. Okay. You may graduate, but if you are willing to make sure that some of the ideas you initiated in that office survive, you will avail yourself, to help. Maybe through calls, social media, WhatsApp, text messages, even on Facebook. Okay. To make sure that they have exactly what is expected of them in that office to serve the students. I know in your handover notes, you're going to articulate the successes, the challenges that you experience, and of course what they need to do to make sure that even if they don't delete all the challenges, they should be addressed at least 90%. Okay. So we are very much grateful to you and what you've done. I know you've created a roadmap that will be followed by those who will come. So we thank you, and we ask God to crown your efforts here with resounding success through Christ our Lord. Thank you so much for being here. And as the chairman invited us, I think this should be an interactive session whereby we express ourselves. It's only by doing so, even those who are desiring to be there, they will listen to you. At least you have a clue of what is expected of them in that office. And I know during his address, he said that they are going to present their manifestos. Please, if they are being too abstract, tell them, my friend, please, can you be real? Give us things that, we feel reflect the reality on ground. Don't come here and, you try to quote words like our African leaders do. Please, be factual. Even if you are telling us, when I get in there, I will provide the book, be bringing students from the road to here. Just give us only that, but don't come and give us narratives that at the end you wouldn't account for. So thank you so much for being here, and we ask the Lord to bless this gathering. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Moses, for that wonderful photo. Thanks. At this point, I would like to give an opportunity to any one of you who has any question for the outgoing MIUCSO executive. You feel like there is a place that was not well clarified and you need some clarification. Yes, Ruth. Sorry? Another question? Don't go and make them outside when you want to question. Just question them here. Okay. If there is no any other question from you guys, I would like to move to the business of the day. I would like to move the business of today, whereby the aspirants of the MIUCSO 2020-2021 are invited to present their manifestos to you. If you feel that their manifestos are too biased, as comrades, feel free to ask any question. The first person I would like to invite to present his manifesto is the sports coordinator, who is Joseph. For the aspirants, the maximum time for the presentation of your manifesto is 10 minutes.
The Deputy Principal Academics, Brother Vincent Dupont, the Deputy Principal Administration, Brother Oke, the Dean of Students, Madam Vivian, all members of teaching and non-teaching staff, the Chairperson of the MIUCSO Electoral Commission, Brother Augustine Okokon, all the commissioners here present, the outgoing MIUCSO executive members, my dear brothers and sisters, good afternoon. I have titled my manifesto as Nothing for Us Without Us. My name is Joseph Peter Komiran, a third-year education student specializing in mathematics and chemistry. I am originally from Malawi, and I am contesting to be part of upcoming executive of MIUCSO as your sports coordinator. I have been heavily involved in the university sporting activities, particularly as part of Marist football team over the past 3 years. My most recent position being Marist football first captain, and I led the team that won the JQuat tournament, and we brought the trophies which Marist has been longing for so long. Of course, I have been more active in soccer, but this does not mean that I will discriminate other sporting activities. I believe that under my leadership, Marist sporting activities can progress using the strong foundations already built. I also believe I have enough experience to go for this post after working closely with the two previous coordinators, of which I feel that I have acquired much experience needed for someone who really need to take the sporting affairs to the next level. I strongly believe that the two previous sports coordinators, that is Marius and George, really prepared me well for this post I am contesting. They had a powerful vision, and it will soon become the reality through your votes. Sports has always been a huge part of my life, and the university sports has been essential to building many of the relationships I have at MIUC. I feel I will be a great sports coordinator because I understand the importance of being able to cater to every level of sports person, no matter the gender, no matter what gender is, academic departments, or even the country of origin. What would I do when elected? Not if, because I'm assured. In order for Marist to go far with the sporting activities or games, I will ensure we are able to take the good use of the facilities we have at hand. We have a very powerful basketball court, football pitch. Most often we don't take the opportunity to use these facilities because the doors are not enough or we do not have proper attire. That will be an old news from now on. I will continue to improve the sporting experiences for Marist students and introduce more people to different sporting activities. I'm very happy to receive so many requests about the women or ladies football at Marist. I want to assure you ladies that we are going to work hand in hand with the support from the executive. We will implement your wish and we will give you all the required support so that you can start enjoying watching women football, and also having in mind that we are going to have, for the first time at Marist, a female president. Then ladies, your wishes already have been granted. I will bring in some basic kits which you could use to play or train. For instance, Marist tracksuits for volleyball, basketball, football, and many others that will make sporting activities at Marist more entertaining. All these will be at a subsidized price. I will be friendly and approachable figure for anyone who would like to play or enjoy any sporting game. My greatest goal is to make sports a more focal point of the Marist University and something that is accessible to everyone. Introducing Intra-Departmental Semester Sport Week, of which I'm calling it IDS Sport. Being aware that cultural week activities are annually held, this does not give much time to the MIUC students, especially in as far as the sporting activities are concerned. The interdepartmental semester sports will help to bring all the MIUC students and staff to showcase all their sporting talents. This will be my first priority, knowing that there are less moments we come to know each other as Marist students. Majority of the Marist students, we just come for classes, and after classes, we go straight home or to our respective places. We do not have much time to interact among ourselves. So the introduction of the IDS sport will help us to come together as we play or support our beloved departments in a spirit of fair play as one Marist family. This is also to give time to those that have talents but find it difficult to feature in the main teams of the university, and to give the opportunity to students who don't necessarily want the commitment of joining a university squad but still want to be able to participate, stay fit, and have fun as they enjoy their time at Marist. To ensure that we are able to put a strong team in each discipline as Marist University, the intra-departmental semester sports will be our fishing ground to identify the improved talents and add them to the main teams. As of now, I am aware that we don't have the main teams for any discipline, as the majority of our players for volleyball, basketball, athletics, and football have graduated, and some soon or later they will be going for teaching practices or industrial attachment. How am I qualified for this job? For those of you who have been here for the last 2 years or 3, you have witnessed how I have contributed to shape Marist football team. Article 18C of MIUCSO Constitution demands that a person contesting for the post like sports coordinator should have at least 2 years of active participation in the activities of the student organization, of which I have been in the forefront and worked for the betterment of Marist as an active and influential captain for the Marist football team. This tells you something, that sports need someone who is active all the time and one who is ready to sacrifice his time in order to serve well. So, with this, I invite all of you, come this Wednesday, vote for Joseph Peter Kondoran. Thank you so much for your attention.
One question that came in my mind. Are you considering to push the administration to have the sport activities to attend here can be related or can register together in the university so such that only people can have universities are competing? Having such a challenge, Marist is India. And you should consider it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You must go there.
With that in mind, I'm really putting it into consideration, and I know that sports is meant to be sociable or to interact with others. And if you are well aware that before Corona, for the past 3 or 2 years, we have been able to even invite other universities. So if there's opportunity that there is like a league, either for basketball, volleyball, or football, or athletics, of which some universities are involved, I'll be willing to ask the administration if they can sponsor Marist in any discipline. So with that, I'll be willing to do that. understand that with the help of the entire executive, also with the ideas that may come from the students, I think we can together we can find the better ways to implement that. And I know that some of us we are here, but we also have friends outside. Those that are maybe they're doing well in the other countries. We can try to ask for their sponsor. Like for instance, some of our brothers we are connected with the General House, which is in Rome. We can really invite them or asking them for the help if they are really interested. I also recall that not 2 years ago, there is a time that we were lacking football, many boys in the university. One of our brothers, he wrote to one of the general counselor of the Marist brothers, and they were able to support us with the boys. So in this case, if the administration cannot really, or maybe they are not able to help us, we can try to come out of this box of Marist, then we ask for some other peoples, and I know that with the relations that we have outside, can be able to push and have a sponsor outside of this marriage. Don't know if I've answered your question. Thank you for your beautiful question, and I really appreciate. As I said that I'm very much willing to introduce more sporting activities at Marist. And even before I came here, there are some that they're also asking the same thing that we know that at the brother's side there you have 2 table tennis things. Why can't you just help one to bring to school? I said, those are the properties that the brothers have, but if I manage to get into this post, I think I'm capable of negotiating with brothers. They can help to bring one table tennis to the school. And I really know that people are gifted in differently, and you have some that they enjoy athletics. If we find that we have a good number of those that are willing to do that, myself I'll be in forefront to support them, and we will implement, and we'll make sure that everyone has at least showcase his or her talent at Marist. And this is going to happen, and I will not hinder anyone. As long as there are people willing to do that, I'll be in support of that.
Okay, let us once more clap for our honorable brother, Kutan. I wish you all the best. The next aspirant is Miss Joseph. So, because of time, I'll raise the aspirant. When you are presenting your yes, don't give us stories.
The Dean of Students, Election and all protocol observed. Good afternoon. First, my name is Alois Joseph. I'm I'm taking program in business management. First of all, before I read out my manifestos, because they are going to be in forms, I will start by introducing myself and tell you the reason why I'm interested in taking of football. I mean, taking us games and sports coordination of MIUC. First of all, I've been in this school for now. This is now my second year, and I've been observing how we have been taking our training or the games. And the way my brother said is the school captain. It is highly appreciated. But as for me, I've seen many challenges and many things that are supposed to be done, in particular games activities in this school, which have not yet been done. And they are supposed to be done with a lot of seriousness because, as I can see, there in pitch, we lack gender balance. I've been seeing only boys or men participating in the various sports activity, especially football. But me myself, I've never seen any single female or lady participating in any games activity in MIUC. So, as I want to read my manifestos out, I'm going to be in point form. So, first, I will revive the spirit activities in the school to increase. I will revive the sporting activities in school to increase student participation. The first sporting activity I will make sure I revive is the school rugby. We have a big pitch here, but we don't have the rugby team. And many students here are so interested in taking rugby as their sports in MIUC. So the first thing I will do, I will make sure that we open up a rugby team to support those who are interested and are not be able to do so. Another sport activity that I'll make sure I revive or I come up with or I put in place is the basketball. It is there, but it's not active. You have talked about the football, you going out and winning trophies. You never said anything about the basketball. So I don't know, you forgot about that one, or the other one, we are supposed to have athletics. There are so many students who are interested in, they are not good in playing football or any ball games, but they are good in running or the athletes. Pitch is so big for everyone, and so the best thing is at least we come up with a team or an official to train our students to be taking part in the school athletes. I think through this, other students who will be joining us in in years to come or in any other various places, when they get that we are so interested in athletes and we are taking the athletes so serious, I think they will get a chance to participate in the athletes, and the name of Marist will also be heard in the athletics competitions or the Olympics. The other thing you talked about, my brother, is about another thing you never talked about is about the long tennis and the table tennis. From my class, I have like 6 students who are good at long tennis, and they have been asking me if Marist do put those games, if any case those games are active in Marist. I have no answer to tell them because I've never seen any long. Okay, the pitch is there, but I've never seen anyone practicing there because of lack of facilities, or I don't know. But the best thing I will do if I take in the office, I will make sure I come up with a body that will be in charge of the table tennis and the long tennis, and will be training our students on how to participate on various games that I've just said. Manifesto number 2, addition of the games facility in the institution. As you can see, you two yourself, you admitted that we lack enough facilities. But me, if I get elected as the sports coordinator, I will make sure we do the donation or we open an account for saving because we can't rely on the school for such, so that at least we buy out the facilities like balls, the kits, and much more. Number 3, get the qualified trainers to train students in different available games in MIUC. As I said before, I think the main reason why students are not taking these games seriously is that they see there's no one to train or to guide them. As for me, I'm a footballer, play number 10. I've been training there for quite some time. But I've never seen any person who is there to assist or to train us so that we move forward as a team. So when I get elected, I'm well known outside. Yeah. So the best thing I will do, we have a team, I have various competition. I've taken place in various competition like the Kibra Interbase. So the guys there have qualified trainers we can coach or take to guide us through. Number 4, in my manifesto, I will register the mixed sports teams to external tournaments. This one will help us to create more facilities and at least win more trophies to make the name of our school be great. Number 5, I will increase the participation of students, especially the female students. I talked about that one when I was doing the introduction. Number 6, I will organize for inter-department competitions, and this one will make us be active in various position or games taken in MIUC. Thank you.
Yes, as according to this is the moment to Joseph. No, Alex. Yes, sir.
Facing the school participation.
Yes.
We talked about introducing active and others. The question is, how are you going to make sure that students are actively participating in this?
Okay, thank you for the question. The first thing I will do when once I get elected, everyone will register in various games they are interested in. Are you okay? Yes. Yes.
What will you be saving from talking or what will you
Excuse?
you talk about increasing the supporting facilities.
Yeah, that's true.
Now the question is, how will you make money?
The income. You mean the money? Those who are participating, we can organize at least when you come to training, whatever, at least you carry a small amount so that we save it, or we can even have a donation from, something like that. Are you okay? Is your question asked? Oh, answered, yeah? Yes. Okay. The first thing I will do, I will make sure I keep the whatever you want to participate in. I will make sure I bring the. That's why I came with the idea of coaching a trainer that will train you on how to do and how to participate in various sports. I think that one at least will give you an experience so that you will be active there in the pitch.
Okay. Come.
To how to get funds, how to get the trainers to pay. I said I'm well known outside there, and you laughed, and you laughed, and you laughed. So I've the guys already. We are not. They can't. If we cannot pay them now, but at least when we catch up, at least when we win, we will be having the money now to give them. And even if start with a little money we give them, that will be okay.
Yes, Mike. Stand up.
Excuse.
Speak up. We can't get you.
Yes. Yes, my brother. May I say that you never got me the answer I gave to them when they asked the same question, or at the moment we are starting, I don't think if they will have to be paid. But the more we will continue winning the trophies and we are meantime, at least the funds will be there to give them out. Okay. Thank you for the question. But let me tell you something. I've been there. I think you're the only one who have never seen me there. Me and my brother over there, I've been on that pitch. Though sometimes I've been training there. I've been training there. I've been training there. Yeah.
The few times I was there, I've never
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay, it's okay. Okay. Are you here to, okay, me participating there is the problem or whatever the school is lacking to go forward? My manifestos is also I've just read. Before I start reading is when I was responding to what he said. But when I start reading, I read what I'm ready. I want to do when I get into the office. Teammates.
That you said that you open an account for sports. But I think in any organization, I think that unity, if everyone has his role or her own role, things just go on. You think that this one will be a parallel account to the news, which can create some misunderstanding, chaos.
No, it it won't be at. It will be independent. I mean, the account will be independent in various games and sports activity. Maybe if there's football, they have their own account where they save, basketball the same, and then many others.
Yes, you are in the same office, and this means the students are here when they wrote and going coordinate very well. And even the sharing scores headline, maybe you will go outside there to participate in activities. But not if you open your own account. Do you think that the MIUCSO treasurer will have time for it?
Not my own account. Get me my brother. I said in each games, I mean for instance sport, I mean football, they will have their own. That's why they will depend on the official or the training will be there, at least to raise the funds. If for example if you want to go for, I mean, friendlies, and we cannot afford, or school cannot give out the transport, we as a team or the football team, we can just decide to use the little amount from the account to facilitate the transportation. That's what I mean.
And last thing I think the way you are addressing like the president of the national police. I want you to tell us how can you relate the way you are addressing and the activity you are asking us to go to the activity. How can you relate the way you are addressing?
Okay, thank you. Let me answer that. My brother, are you okay? Have you finished? Okay. Don't confuse the personal life and the talent of the activity. You can dress like this, but what is your talent? You must maintain your talent. You can't tell me, you can't ask me a question that you are dressed like you are not actually.
You are not addressed the way you dress. And the way you are dressed now, you are not showing me anything that is sportsmanship. But I'm not going to. My next question is, you talk about the inactive participation of most of us in the game. And from my observation, I have been here 1 year plus. I discover why we are not having that is because we don't have much of the facility. And you have made all to ensure that you are able to provide that to us. But I want to know, now you talk about putting a lobby pitch here, and you have only one football pitch. How are you going to help us to participate in this game? Because that lobby, I believe, and I'm convinced that you're going to put it in the same football pitch we are having, where you're saying that you're going to also encourage the female students also to be coming there for the games, and also the male students to also come there. So how will you combine these two things to manage the one pitch we are having there with those who is going to participate also in the lobby? Just like I'm trying to see four group of people using one pitch for different games at the same time. Because here we have games from 4 or for those having lecture 5 to 6. How are we going to manage this? The same thing we talked about the long release course, we are going to put them where I actually know how we are going to achieve this within the 1 year we are going to stay in that office. Can you tell me, convince me that within 1 year we can achieve all these activities? And I know we don't have extra money because we are talking about collecting, and I know that most of us here we are from the poor background, and you're asking us, we are coming to ask us to donate money again for you. Are you just expect me
And you don't ask him questions, you just kind of be brief. Don't you be like you're making statements, wrong statements. Or maybe sometimes you may just ask your question in statement form, so that the aspirant may be able to respond.
The only question I've got from you, if I'm not lying, it's about you are seeing the size of the pitch. My brother, if you know games so well, they what we call 8 aside, 4 aside, something like that. That pitch is so big. So you can't say there's no pitch. The pitch is there. I still continue with the question. Another question, please. Yes. The first thing I can promise now, and it's not a lie, about the facilities like balls, those one I can manage to get. Even if it starts with 2 or 3, and that's what I'm saying. I can manage to get 2 or 3. I can manage to get that. So that I'm very sure about.
Yes, sister. The last question from sister.
It's okay. Okay. There's a saying which says that when you go to Rome, you do what Rome are doing. So me, I'm saying when I leave the office, the person that will take over definitely will just have to follow the system, how the things are going.
Okay, thank you, brother. Applause, applause. So again, to everyone, like the candidate aspirants, be brief on your manifestation. It's like, because you are sick. Wait, those are at the back. So can you be brief on your manifestos, such that we can have more time for questions? You can see, comrades have a number of questions to ask you. At this point, I would like to move to the next step where we invite the general supervisor and the first supervisor. We let them, both of them to be here, such that they will present the manifesto, then we ask them questions. I will start with Francis Odiambo. Okay, Francis.
be at the center. Be at the center.
The protocol observed. Good evening, everybody. My name is Francis Odhiambo. I'm currently a third-year student pursuing bachelor's education in arts, that combination of maths and geography. I'm vying for the position of general supervisor. So I'll go straight to the point. I would like to read my manifestos. Okay. So my manifesto number 1 concerns the ICT and the Wi-Fi connection. The first thing is that the computers in the ICT lab, only a few are working. Most of them are not working, and they are meant for researches for the students. And also we have two student computer labs. The one here in the ICT and the other one for the students for studies. Okay, but you see, like only 20 computers in the ICT are working, but in the other lab, there is no computer that is working. So you find that the studies which are supposed to be conducted in the other lab, they've been pulled to this ICT lab. So making other students, like for me, for example, if you have an assignment, they're supposed to print or type and print, but you find the ICT lab occupied, so you have a problem. Okay? So when I'm elected, I'll ensure that the ICT computers, they are all repaired. Okay. Number 2 is about the registration fees. I'd like the school to allow the students to register even before paying that 20%, the stipulated 20%, so that since some of us students, especially the lay students, you are told that you are supposed to register by this time, but sometimes you don't have that money at that particular time. You see, so I would like the administration of the school to allow the students just to register, even if they have not paid the school fees, so that they can pay it in the course of the semester. Number 3 is the introduction of the student portal. I would also like the school to come up with this program of student portal, since Marist is a big school. We can afford this. I know it requires a lot of money, but Marist can afford this. Yeah. So we don't have to align ourselves like during when you are going to collect your transcripts. You don't have to align yourselves outside the exams office waiting for someone who has just entered. You can wait even for 1 hour and you have another class. So I would like the school also to consider that, since we can download the transcripts from the internet, provided the same portal is there. Then my last manifesto concerns the cafeteria. So at the cafeteria, I know the foods there are expensive and most of us can't afford. So I would like the cafeteria also to introduce a variety of food, not the ones that those we are used to. Like if you go to cafeteria, you know, I'll find this food. So I like the cafeteria also to introduce variety of food, like BBI. BBI. There is a food called BBI. Yeah. Okay. I'm used to calling it like that, but in this sense it's fish. Okay. Yeah, I call it BBI. So I would like cafeteria also to offer a variety of foods. Okay. Yeah. I think those are my manifestos.
Okay.
Hmm.
Thank you, brother, for being great. Okay, I think you can write down your notes after Muchima presents his manifesto as well. The
questions one to the other. You stand up. Okay, yeah.
All protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is my pleasure, afternoon, to be given this opportunity to present my manifesto to you. I am Mushimatal Antonio, a student in Marist International University College, pursuing history and geography in the Department of Education, vying for a position for general supervisor as an independent candidate. May I take this opportunity to say a word of thank you to the vetting team and the MIUCSO Electoral Commission for granting me this opportunity to exercise the spirit of service, especially to you, my fellow students. In a special way, I wish to acknowledge the good job done by the outgoing MIUCSO executives, and I thank God for all that you were able to achieve during your term of office. As an active student of MIUC, I believe in hard working and togetherness. For this reason, I have the passion to serve you, my fellow students. I have always participated in the school activities such as sports, bursary funds, and many more. I believe together we can make MIUCSO better. As a student, I have been an active member of St. Mary's Choir since my first year and also a member of Drama Club. The following are the plans I intend to achieve during my term of office if you elect me as your general supervisor. I will ensure that students get favorable place for relaxation. I will ensure that Cultural Week will be more lively and more participative. Bring students together and ensure that we work and walk as Marist family. I will ensure proper organization of MIUCSO events and activities. For example, drama performance, dissertation over a particular topic. I will ensure students are well treated and respected within the campus. I will ensure that MIUC has a place for learning music and other skills. For example, learning how to decorate. I will perform all other duties under my office accordingly, provoking for responsibility in my potential. Vote for leadership. Vote for Mushimatal Antonio. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Muchimo, for being brief. At this point, I'd like to ask them questions, but before you ask them questions, I'll start from the online web. You know, in online too, they ask a good question. I see a question from Otiano Francis. What are you planning to do to ensure that all computers are working?
Thanks for the question. As you know, for the computers to be working, it requires a lot of money, but which I cannot afford myself. So, in my capacity, we are, as MDP party, we have a program. We are going to ask MIUCSO, the school, to at least give us some land so that we can start like a farming project, so that from the sales of the produce we can at least get some money. Then the school also could assist us since it requires a lot of money. Okay? Yeah.
We will not afford the money to register after the process going to be paid. Actually, how we advise you to take care of their cash because they have to pay the extra fees coming to teachers. If we do not pay on time, how can you get that?
Okay. Matters concerning the payment of the lecturers, I think they can understand, they can be patient so that they can understand. They should be patient. They should be patient. You see, my work as a general supervisor is student-centered. So I need to at least bring up, they need students so that they can register. Since some of them, if they hear that you must pay at least 20% and the money is not there, you see, some of them will defer the course or will not attend the school at all, you see. So the lecturer should also understand.
I remember there was a data and told me that the money is using for transport. It's not that the money is using for transport and rent. Could you kindly tell us, actually, it's not tell us though, but could you shift your manifesto from using some money to at least standardizing it, making the cost there to it's expensive. Because if you're using, you just increase the money you're using there.
Okay. First, I think the foods at the cafeteria, they are quality. So to reduce the price, that means the quality also has to reduce. You see, but we don't want that. So if we introduce a variety of food, you see, which are a bit cheaper, then students can afford. You okay?
Maybe the government sponsors and there are some people actually they're not they rely on their friends. So imagine a friend getting a friend and you're talking about quality. And when you eat, you eat to get flavor on it. I think it's flavor on the price of not introducing. Because if you increase fish, immediately fish is expensive. It's more expensive than beef. So instead of checking on introducing varieties, I think we should standardize the price.
Is Auditorium, I want to plan to ensure that in the cafeteria there is enough food to serve all, not that by 12 noon you only find biscuits on the switch.
Okay, that question, I think I'll talk to the body in charge of the cafeteria so that they can increase a bit. Okay? Yeah.
Okay,
Love you for him.
as you know that many students and all of us are students here in Marist University, my target was during 12 hours, many they rely under the shadow, sleeping, and there is no chair and the lights to, of course, may have more chairs, but increase we need to increase more. That says I will ensure that we need to increase more chairs so that the student may have that time to sit down. I have targeted places to put the chairs. Well, I know the type of chairs, so it is in the plan.
Some of us who are here, 2017, who are here for 2017, the number of participation from the brothers side, then they were very many. They participated actively in each and every activity in school. But now, as the year comes in, the number just reduces. So, both of you, how will you try to return this spirit to come back to where it was?
Well, I'll start. I don't know. Well, first of all, the approach it matters also. As a general supervisor, I'll make sure. First of all, we encounter that person encounter from my fellow students. Dialogue. That's to be my target. I'll talk to them to participate actively in various activities. Because you say that to the brothers, of course, the brothers are theirs, but some of us, maybe those who come from outside, they leave everything in the hands of the brothers and the likes. The brothers are students here. The university doesn't belong only to the brothers, we are students, all of us, and I make sure that all the students should participate and in various activities with my presence, and dialogue, listening to them also.
Okay, to me, in fact, this was in my manifestos, but my brother talked about it. The school needs an experienced person, like in various activities, like in sports, in drama club. Like I remember when I joined in my first year, the Marist drama club reached the national levels. I've never seen it from that time up to now. It's not there. So if we introduce an experienced person who will expose the students to such activities to see their seriousness, so that if the students are now serious, then more can come and participate. Are you okay? Okay.
Well, in a collaboration with school administration, and I shall talk to some sponsors. We have people with a good heart. I'm sure they will help us to get those chairs.
Matters concerning COVID-19, during Cultural Week, the first thing, I'll ensure that everybody puts on a mask. We should have a mask. Then the sanitizers should be in place so that anyone who comes in should sanitize. Okay? Yeah.
Well, for me, we have a good, nice space widen. My idea it is standing there. We are going to the football pitch. It's a bit widen, and we can accommodate more than 100 people. So that's the first target. Then, of course, we are going to follow the measures from the medical procedures. Use a mask, as my brother said already, and also sanitizers. We need to make sure. I will make sure that all these elements should be there, and the water. So we need to wash, and they emphasize much on. We need to wash the hands every time. So the place it will be on the football pitch, not as usual place. Let me put it like that. Thank you.
I want to ask both of you, are we in a transition whereby we are missing sanitizers, even soap in our toilet? Because I think there is the previous group, and then so from now I'm asking myself, are we in a transition? I know we are the ongoing process because if I remember very well, some of the days we were passing there, we miss it as an in one of our roads. So, according to the way you are explaining to us, I'm not sure for what you are saying. So, the question is, the leaders, are they following what you are going also to explain to us, or they are only relating or discussing on that?
Well, he wants also on your behalf. Myself, I'm a man of vision, and many, I'm sure they know me. And I'll make sure that all the materials, these sanitizers, even before contesting this one, I was following up this. I pushed those who worked before this kind of under this organization. Let us make sure the sanitizers are available for all the students, and tissues and the likes. Water, even this side where some of our friends, they come from this side, we have a container of water. Most of the times we like water there. I take my initiative. While I'm coming to have my 9 hours, I go there, I put water and some washing soap. So that is it. I'll follow up. Since I'm a man of vision, don't worry, just believe in me.
To me, what my brother said is true. Also, I'll ensure. I'll ensure that those containers. I'll ensure that those containers they have water. But the matters concerning the soap in the toilets, I don't think if there is a day that the soaps are not there, they're always there. But in case they are not there, I'll ensure that I do something to put them in place. Yes.
Okay, gracias por responder su question. Thank you guys for the wonderful presentation of the manifesto. Now the next group is call for the academic sector. And I would like to call Anderson Kasa. Is it first together with the
You stand at the center.
Thank you. Okay, so all protocol was observed. My fellow students, good evening. My name is Anderson Patso Kafata, a Malawian by nationality, doing bachelor's degree in education, specializing in mathematics and geography. I'm in 3rd year. The purpose of being here today is ask for your support, encouragement, and vote so that I become your next academic secretary. If I am voted as academic secretary, it will be seen clearly and understood that leadership is not just by reading what is in books or on Google and have so many ideas in the head. Rather, implementing by doing what is in those books and what you have Googled by actions. That's the whole part of the manifesto that I'm to present. Honestly speaking, leadership does not make a leader. It's the leader who makes leadership. Why? It requires someone who has sense of diplomacy, wisdom, openness, integrity, and sacrifice, among others. All I need is your vote to make things different for the betterment of each and every student of this institution, Marist International University College. There are a number of key areas here in MIUC that need a little bit more attention and improvement, as well as maintenance. The time for revolution at Marist International University is here and now. So personally, I've identified the following sensitive areas that need more attention, immediate improvement, as well as intervention. By the virtue of being academic secretary, one becomes the chair of academic affairs committee. He or she, by then will be the one, I'm sure, together with the president, to be elected, will make sure that the students' concerns, suggestions, and constructive ideas are obtained in due time and presented before the administrative board committee, so as to make MIUC the best place to be. How would this be done? I'm going to schedule student meetings, suggestion boxes. We have some, but they're not in operation. So we're going to create some even forums online where your concerns will be addressed to, and you will be free and will ask for your responsibility and cooperation. So once you observe something, you'll be asked to present your issues and concerns to me, then I'll present it to the executive, because I'll not be working alone. I'm not alone more. As academic secretary, I will advocate for the provision and maintenance, as well as evaluation of high quality academic resources, facilities, as well as services for the betterment of all students doing various programs in MIUC. So the following are the hows on the implementation and for advocacy for provision, maintenance, and evaluation of high quality academic resources, facilities, and services. 1, I'll make sure that the school gets sufficient and working computers in the library, ICT labs, and science as well as language labs in order to make students' work easier so as to enhance quality education. Personally, I'm a computer scientist. If I'm given time and chance, I can repair some of the computers that are not working. Alphonse is my witness. I've been working with him. Internet is the same. Website development is the same. Alphonse is my witness. He knows me. For computers in the computer lab, they are tired. They freeze, and some do not even work, as Odiambu said. And all of you may be my witnesses in one way or the other. Therefore, they are friends of Marist who are some in Australia, Mexico. I'm connected to them. Some were former Marist brothers, some are just friends, some are lay people. I suggested and asked them, if this happens, how will you help us? They gave me suggestions, and once I'm put in the office, I'll try to talk to the relevant authorities and write proposals as donations. If ourselves we cannot manage on our own, but first we have to help ourselves before others help us. But if things are beyond our hands, we have to seek for others to help. I also continue advocating for strong and stable internet services so that students can access information, do their research projects, as well as research without frustrations and worries. So far, the school has implemented some. They have put new access points that are 360 MP per second. So they move around. You have seen them, those big ones. But there are some places that you cannot access internet, like B9, for example. So I'll make sure that those access points are increased. If not, I may get some personally and implement, and I'll do the rest if I'm given time. I also make sure that the school library contains different books. There are some who are accessing classes online, and we have lecture that has been connected to the server. So I will make sure that we scan the books that are needed and upload them as soon as possible. I can do that if no one can do that. I also care for your interest and voice. I'll make sure that I, together with the whole executive, to be selected or to be voted for, sort out all your issues and concerns, especially those of crashing of units, incomplete results, as well as arranging with the registrar to have comfortable timetables both for learning and exams. Those of us who are doing mathematics, you have observed that there are some units that are overlapping the content. Computer literacy, and in the second year we have computer programming and introduction to computer science. It is overlapping with another unit in third year. We call computer programming again, but that one now the programming part is less. So you discover that what you have learned in consecutive literacy, you learn again in mathematics, math 224, again in math 324. So we'll try to ask for review of those units so that we don't take a lot of time learning the same thing over and over. We have to learn a variety of things. I'll be told that I'm running with 1 minute. So I'll make sure also that the evaluation reports, those that we normally evaluate, first for the first years maybe it has not been happening, but we'll make sure that the evaluation reports are well considered and then analyzed so that we see the fruits. Lastly, I believe in teamwork. Thus, I'll promote brotherhood and sisterhood mentality and attitude towards each other, despite the department where you belong to. How? I'll make sure that I advocate for support financially or academically, in the sense that if you find that your friend is struggling with his or her studies, you can form study groups, and I can patronize that. And also, you can help. You can make Harambee. We in Kenya, we are good at Harambees. We can help someone who is struggling to finish his or her school fees so that it does exams. To summarize everything, you know that sometimes students come late to school, and the reason may be maybe because of where they stay is very far. So I'll make sure that I've already talked with the administration, especially the transportation department, that we organize students who are willing to be part of the transportation group. They will register and have transport being offered to them. If the cars will not work, we'll suggest the school to sell them and get new cars so that they can function. That will help, and I know it will happen. Last year, we need various trainings. For example, if fire catches finds us here, who will be able to know how to control the fire extinguishers? We need to have trainings, and those are important. You may overlook them by now, but those trainings and public lecturers, they also help. So since I was given short time, there's a lot. I will make manifesto online, they'll be available. You can access. Thank you.
Good evening. Okay, all protocols observed. Good evening. I'm very happy to be here today, and I'm thankful to be given this opportunity to present my manifesto. My name is Ruth Kasamani, and I'm contesting for the academic secretary seat. So my manifesto, I named it I Believe. I believe every student has potential, regardless of race, social economic class, or IQ. Every child has the ability to contribute to our world. It can be intellectual, the next brilliant physics theorem, the next great poem of our time. It can be athletic, representing fair play and competition. It can be artistic. Every child has potential. It can be a smile, a laugh, one good thought. That is all it takes to change someone's life. And that's why I'm standing in front of you today, because I believe if entrusted by that responsibility of academic secretary, I will serve you with all my potential and with all my heart. If voted for, I promise to do the following to improve students' academic performance. First, improve Wi-Fi in each class so that anyone having group discussion in any class, they will be able to access any material they want online. Second, ensure academic policy, regulations, and information are available to students' reach. Example, we will educate you about the examination results so as to avoid the Fs, academic mentors, e-learning, of which I had already done something about it. You'll be able to access revision papers even at home. You don't need to come to the library and download them from the computers. Third, organize for scholarship awards to the best performing students so as to encourage them. With this, with the help of the administration, we will talk to banks that give scholarships and also to other institutions that give scholarship so that best performing students will be awarded directly. And also, we will emphasize on the bursary funds so that no student will miss exam because of lack of school fees.
Last but not least, organize symposia and benchmarking with other institutions of similar interests. With this way, you'll be able to interact with students from other universities, learn from them, make friends, have fun also out there, because work with no play makes Jack a dull boy. So, as my last remark, I would like to say, one thing that I know, there is nothing greater than comrade power, and together we'll bring these ideas and dreams into realization. Thank you so much for your time, and be blessed.
Thank you, Ruth, for being brief. At this time, I think it's a time of questions. If you have any question, you can ask them concerning academics or concerning the office, a MIUCSO office. Yes, brother.
How sure are you about that? The school is not able to sponsor?
They have to write and have ridiculous what they have, and that's why they do in some academic areas. But when people are going to ensure that we provided is each and every class. So that's why I'm asking you, because people they might have not seen, but because they are able to do, that's why they provided what they have. So
We'll utilize whatever we have to make sure that the Wi-Fi, they are strong in classes more than the fields, so that students don't study in the field. Most of them, they have the group discussion in the classroom. So with that limited resources that we have, we'll utilize it to make sure that they are strong in the classes and where there's some building structures, not just the outside the fields and yeah.
Yes, I think you can be here. That's so that the online people can be able to see.
Okay, thank you. I'm happy that this point came also from the lecturer himself, Kyoko. And if you're doing mathematics, I hope he has said this in your class. The lecture does not identify the unit to be taught in the university. There's a curriculum department, either under board of governance or board of management in the school. So through the HODs, they are the ones who identify which units to be taught. I remember when you were here, there was a micro teaching as a standalone unit. When I came here in 2018, there was a micro teaching as a standalone unit. Later on, it was mixed in methods of teaching geography, methods of teaching mathematics. It was put inside. That was done after review of the courses and the units that are there. And you also discover that there are some units that are offered, but you go to lecture, these ones are not offered now. What happens? They normally review. So as I said we are going to present these issues alongside the lecturers. I will not be working alone, because academics is not only for the students. Even lecturers are part of it, only that they're not more clear. But I'm representing the students' issues. That's why I'm saying that if I said that units have to be reviewed, and I'm talking this out of experience. Thank you. I'm not expert as such, but I know something more. Yeah. Hmm. Thank you. I've been doing it actually. I've been doing it. Those who have been there, those who come for industrial attachments, there was someone called, you have forgotten his name. He was struggling to install, because we're using Microsoft servers, not Windows 7. The servers are the ones that are able to connect to other ones. We can use 100 computers from the one server. he was struggling. I have the resources. He called me, even Alfonso has been calling me, brother, can you help us with this? So I've been doing it, but I don't say that I'm the one who did this. But those who are there, they know. Not only computers, even the internet connectivity. Mm.
You said that you make sure that the students perform well. If I may ask, personally, I don't want to pass. Okay, sure. How are you going to make sure that everyone passes the exams? Or everyone expects you to study the way you expect? As in, not the please, let us understand. How are you to make sure that these students perform
First of all, it's something progressive. You just don't wake up one morning and you are A material. So we'll be having an educative learning on maybe weekends whereby we will be sending the links through your email. You go follow them. We will teach you a lot of things. Yeah, so it will be from, though there are some that already exist, but most students, they rarely follow those links on weekends to get the training. So we'll encourage them to follow the links to get the training. We train them on many aspects. One of them being how to write like some papers, how to do your projects, and those are the things that will help to improve your grades. So we encourage you follow those links. Your emails, I'm sure you have a lot of links. You usually ignore them. So from 3 onwards, when you just get out of that door, start following those links on weekends so that you can improve your grades. Okay, with that, I have talked to the people responsible, and we'll try and record those videos so that you can view them for future references. So if you're at home, you didn't have Wi-Fi, when you come to school, they'll be sent to you. You download it and you listen it at home. The Wi-Fi is in the compound are not working. Okay. I'll talk to the people in charge.
Okay, the other question is, we are talking about implementing in case the administration fails. What are the possible sources?
Possible
Sources that we internal
resources like yes. Oh, the one I was talking about implementation, I was talking about some school facilities and resources. For example, some books in the library, and also more emphasis on those who are having classes online. You know, we have Lecho, that is we have two Lechos in this compound. There were two. One was in the lecture cafeteria, another one was in the library. So the one of cafeteria was removed to put in the server room. The server room is after the ICT class where we normally have ICT classes. So it was connected so that those people who are outside, they can access. If you are inside, you are using Wi-Fi, you cannot access because the IP address that you are going to use with Wi-Fi is connected to the server, so you cannot access it unless you are using bundles. So those who are outside, they're able to access that library resources online because they use bundles and the IP address of their network is different from ours here. So that way, I mean that some books that are scarce for students who are online, those that cannot come, we can scan them. There are so many books that have been scanned, they're there. You are my witness. So we'll scan them. If no one is there to do that. I can sacrifice my time and do that. If I find people helping, like the librarians, they can also do that. Physical books now, because those of us like doing Kiswahili and English, there are some laws that are not here. And it's some to go to Kwa and Tangaza and borrow them as our sister colleges. How possible is that? I mentioned that we have people who just need to provoke them so that they help. We have alumni who are willing to help. We have to talk to them. We have people who are well wishers. We have friends of Marist. If you know, don't them, just Google friends of Marist in different. They are going to come. Some you may not even know them, but you just write proposals, following the relevant authorities. Everything will be provided. I hope so. Yes, yeah. Actually, it's, in my third one, I said I'll just read the way it is. Then, if you're getting something, if you're not clear, I'll explain a bit more. I care about your interest and your voices. I will make sure that I sort out all your issues concerning the type of units and then completing that by arranging with the registrar the tutor for both students and regulars are advocating for proper making of your assignments to avoid incomplete marks or incomplete tests. And some lecturers do not give the top marks to students if you don't know don't see your progress. This has been there, and they are referred to Mr. Moses, the registrar. Actually, before them, I had to identify what are some of the possibilities. I have my own, but I was also to be inspired by others. I asked, why does this happen? Because when you give them, some even they don't even mark, or they mark they forget our results. You don't even see our progress. So how are we going to follow this? We are going to follow this by talking to them. We are going to present these issues, and this is our concern. If they are not addressed, the more you talk about the issue, the more you bring emphasis, the more things are addressed. If not, we are going to ask for third party. There's always a door to knock, and we will to be open for us.
About the examination results. So it could be maybe you are ignorant about our cut marks results on what time you're supposed to check with our lecturers, know what marks have you been awarded. And that's why I said we'll educate you about the examination regulations and give you any information you need to know about the incomplete, the F, everything. Yeah, I think about symposium benchmarking. Those are in accordance with academic sector. It's not about the sports.
Okay, thank you guys. I think yes, the next step we have the our general secretaries. There are two, I like to call them. We have Faith Orio and Mercy Mary. I will start with the Faith. You be at the center so that the online people can be able to see the center.
Now I'm late again. Okay. You may be wondering what just happened. You are pissed off with that, right? You as a president, you as a boss, would you employ a disorganized secretary who do not keep time, who do not have good records of your organization? I'm sure you'll not do that. Imagine the fate of an organization with a poor record. Have you ever raised your issue to any member of the Students' Council? Decide to have a follow-up, just to realize that nothing was done about it. How was your feeling? I know many of you have experienced that. My name is Mliro Faith Nerima. I'm vying for the position of General Secretary in the Student Council. I am an independent candidate, and my motto is, your voice matters. I believe that I can be the voice of the students in the Students' Council. As my manifesto, I believe that I'm the one who is going to correct all the mess in the office, all the mess in the council, where there's no records, where there are no plans of actions that happen in the meetings. I can do this by gathering information from the school and address it in the council when making the agenda. I'm an active participant in the drama club and in the choir, and there are many ideas in the clubs. For example, in high school, I used to see some students from different universities coming to act in different set books. So these are some of the ideas in the drama club. Like, they act here and they go to present Marist in different schools. This will also help the school to be known outside. So if you elect me as your general secretary, I'll take a step of going out, inquiring, like collecting the information about what people say about our school. I've always loved to know how to play a guitar since childhood. When I play it, my fingers get red and I feel a lot of pain. Sometimes I decide to give in and I say to myself, I can't do it, like it's not my talent. But whenever I happen to hear any music playing around, I come to think of it. How would be the feeling when I was playing the guitar and listening to the music? Then I decide to take the guitar again. From the experience, I would not wish any of you students to experience that in your life. I will ensure that whatever you present to me or to the council is followed up. When I make my agendas for the meeting, I always include your ideas and stress on them in the meeting so that at the end of the day, we come with a solution. We make a solution just the same way I've never given up in me learning how to play a guitar. I'm not vying for the position of being a general secretary for fame or for popularity or just to brag around. But my interest is for me to serve you as you deserve, which many of the former general secretaries have ignored. I have stepped out of my comfort to serve, and I have stepped out of my self-interest to serve others because I believe this is where success lies. People have always referred to me as a lecturer, a personal assistant, a general secretary, and this was actually last week. You know well that the words of people, they have power in you. And for me, I don't take them for granted because they create who I am, they create my soul. And I will always want to live with these words. I always ask myself, why should they refer to me as a general secretary? What is this uniqueness in me that others can't do? I guess that is because of my neatness, my orderliness. I've seen so many students coming, carrying their books in their hands. And if you elect me as a general secretary, I'm going to make sure that lockers are set in the school where you can keep your books. I believe many of you here only have one book for your 7 units. Maybe it's not because you don't have money to buy books. I know some of you have money, but you can't think of it. How am I going to carry 3 books? Like, I can just do it. So when the lockers are set, you can have an organized work. Like, you will use a different book for a different unit. Finally, I have a confession to make. But first, you have to make a little confession to me. Right now, search your heart and follow your conscience. And vote for faith as if the success of our school, Marist International University College, depends on me. The time is now, and it's counting. Let's do it. Thank you and be blessed.
The next person is Massimo.
Good evening, guys. No lie, I'm panicking. I'm shaking. Why? It's an honor, it's a blessing in disguise, it's a privilege. If you've listened to different radio stations, you've heard that they are saying it's a blessing that many of us have survived to live through past the COVID-19, and we're grateful. So, before you, my name is Mary Masimbida, a student in Bachelor's in Strategic Development, 4th year. I've been in this school for around 3 years now, and if you've been around, you've heard me making some noises here and there, helping here and there. But at the end of it all, I took the courage, is always the stones, to decide to apply for this office of the General Secretary. So one question I was asked was, why do I think I'm the best candidate? I promise you, I don't know if I'm the best candidate. I don't know if Faith is the best candidate. But what I know is the fact that you pick a candidate by the fact that what are they giving to you? By the fact that I myself will support her. If I'm genuinely saying that what she's trying to do for us is worth the while. If you genuinely think that what I'm about to give to you is worth the while, I'm grateful. But these are the things that I'm about. If I'm not at the constitution, my work would be just 30 minutes by the way. I'm supposed to be just doing the minutes, presenting them to the dean. But at the end of it all, the secretary is the one who will ensure that when it comes to meetings in the office, I will ensure that all the officials that are supposed to be there are there on time. All the plans that you bring before you begin have been put forward because you can say them and you can do it. But they feel that you can be assigned to the office, but it takes courage to do the job that you think to yourself. So I'm planning to use this office to the best of my ability to ensure that in case of any communication from the MIUCSO or even the administration, we use the office of the registry's office to be able to communicate with the students, not just from school within. Because sometimes you hear students will say, we didn't know there was this, let's say the Marist got talent. We didn't know during this COVID time we were not all in schools, others were hybrid, others were at home. So using the best of my advantage, the officers to use the emails to be able to communicate with all students as much as possible. Another thing, I'm planning to put up a suggestion box whereby you've heard what everyone has said. Every member, every competitor, every candidate that has come before me has tried their level best to say how they want to listen to you. But sometimes it gets so hard to be able to listen to 1,000 students. So why not put up a suggestion box? One of the things that I'll do is put up a suggestion box whereby Sometimes there's a fear that comes with knowing the days one who say that, right? But what if you just be able to communicate to us at the end of, let's say, a day, 3 days, a week, and you're able to hear everyone's suggestion in one thing or the other, from their desires, from their complaint, from their, you're able to hear in all pockets together with my team. We have suggestions from everyone, not just one person. We'll be able to communicate and ensure maybe at the end of the week that we have. I'll also be keeping in self-custody all important documents, including those of the upcoming projects. We do not start something that is just there and ends after our realm, as one person said. We do not start something that after we leave the office, it's just gone like that. No. We want to leave something that when we look back, like when we were looking back with one of my friends, we were looking back at previous MIUCSO officials. We're looking back at what they did. We're looking back at how they remember previous MIUCSO students. So in every project that we start, I'll try my level best to keep all documents that have been brought up and that have been kept. I will take and keep carefully all the minutes if you require any of them that concern ongoing school activities, from the student general assemblies to any other meetings that the dean of students may require from me. And last, if not the least, we plan on I, as well as the team, my team and I, are planning to use the social media platforms as a means of getting to communicate with different issues with the students. Like, we want to use the platforms other than marketing Marist, because everything at the end of it we want to do is market our school. We want to market our school in that, come, let's say a year from now, how did we market the school? How are we, other than using those platforms for just marketing, we want to use them to also be able to still communicate with students. Because sometimes you can bring up, like, for the time there was it the race, amazing race. We want to be able, even when it's put up, we're still able to communicate with people from there on their suggestions about it, on their ideas and opinions about it, and their different eyeing on whatever that happened. Basically, as a friend of mine said, an office is but a title. We all are leaders. I may not be a leader today, I may not take the office tomorrow, but we all can do something. Thank you.
Thank you, aspirants, for the wonderful presentation of the manifesto. I think at this point I invite questions, and because of time, I want to limit. We have our online people who are asking a number of questions, so I will limit our questions. Just okay, if you ask a question, try to frame it in a simple way, so that the aspirant can get to answer. Yes, sir.
Collecting information about money, of course, people are saying about money. Now, first, you need to ask yourself, have you already marketed money before you start collecting information?
Okay, I say that I'll be collecting information about Maris because I talked about their idea of drama club or choir going to record songs from outside, or drama club going to perform different acts in the schools. So from there, like, you find people talking about Marist. Like, there are people who will come up with different ideas. They'll be like, if they did this, then maybe this would have happened. So me as a secretary, I'll be going there to collect all those information, and I can also attend different meetings at different institutions when invited, so that when I come here, I bring it in the board and we discuss it. We discuss about it until we come with a solution. Okay, I know it can't just come that easily, but then, of course, you have to have a genuine reason. Which school will not like to be organized? Like, when a person comes in a school, the first thing the person sees is the administration. So when you have a reason, a good reason for it, then I know the administration will not be against it. And it's something to do with academics. Okay, you as a student, you should have your own timetable. or if you don't have, you should start having it. You know, today I'm going to read about this. So it's upon you to carry the book that you're going to read on at home. Because you can't tell me that you're going to read about 5 minutes in a day. That's not possible actually.
So, how are you going to react on this? Because we have timetable, but now the timetable are not covering our class. So how are we going to do this plan so that it will become more relevant? Then, lastly, that finding our land. The Constitution said that each land has to get registered by identity year. But now this one has not been effective in most of our flats here. So, this how are you going to coordinate so that our flats get this money?
If I may, first of all, that's the work of the Vice President. But I would like to say that, true, clubs do deserve to get the payment for 3,000 per semester. Yeah? Per academic year, okay? The Vice President. No, we don't. According to the Constitution, we don't.
Yes. How will you collect the information? Yes. You are not collecting the information, that information.
Okay. You're asking how am I going to collect the information from outside when I haven't collected what is in school, right? I believe just putting their suggestion box will not be very effective. So as a secretary, we are always required to have the appropriate interpersonal skills. We should be friendly to others, like we should be ready to serve. So as a general secretary, I'll take a step because I'm ready to sacrifice because this is in me, it's coming from me, I'm not being forced to do it. So I can even take a step of approaching students. I share with them my experience and then by that I create a very nice environment, a friendly environment, and then they'll be ready to share everything, what they think about Marist, how the feeling in Marist, and the experience they've had in Marist, and the ideas they are proposing that we have in Marist.
Fact is, me, I won't like you. I can listen to all of you, but won't be able to take for the whole. I can't put into remembrance 1,000 students. No lie. Fact, but when I have something that has been sent to me, let's say as the academic secretary, obviously I'll be receiving students into the office, obviously I'll be receiving notes from the suggestion box. So with that, I can use that to acknowledge each and every one of them. Because I promise you for the sure is I will listen to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 students. But 1, 2, 3, how many will I remember? I'm human. So I feel like the suggestion box will give us a track as the whole mix of features, be able to keep track on this student on this student on this student on this. So basically inside the school.
Madam, there is something that was maybe we said that there are some things that we as a secretaries know and it's we want to. So I want to talk about this. Tell us what are these things and how do you tell it now to work on them? Thank you.
Okay. Why did I say that some secretaries back there have been ignoring? We know very well, as a secretary, you should keep records. You should have a good filing system. So if a student comes, addresses a certain issue, you as a secretary, if you're committed to do your work, then you'll do a follow-up. In making your agenda, you'll make sure that whatever the students have raised is met if you really care, if this is in you. So because I say that because there are many students who have been saying, oh, we have clubs in school, but then they're not working, there's no money in the clubs. So if that secretary was so committed to follow up that need, that issue, then I believe there must have been a change somewhere. The secretary would have maybe even visited the clubs and asked the students to be more like active, because I believe that administration cannot just, maybe they also get discouraged from the way as in the students do act. If you're not committed, if you're not interested in whatever you're doing, then the administration will feel that it is a wastage of money, giving out money and there's nothing happening. You have to be serious first for you to be helped.
How can you use your childhood experience to help us against?
Okay, I use that just to show you how I'm going to work if elected as the general secretary. The same way I've never given up. Like I was just trying to explain to relate to you how I'm never going to give up on anything. Like when I decide that this is what I'm going to work on, if this is what has been brought, then I must do a follow up. I must just follow up. I must be committed. Like I can't just give up.
The next question is for all of you. You guys have to listen to one of the roles of the meeting. Let us know about it. This one is for to get the report about the failures of the report. The report about failures clubs. And then we have to how to use this report about the failures club.
The report about various clubs. I feel like reports on various clubs, they're mostly from the MIUCSO office. So they should just come and consult with us and maybe we'll deal with it by then. Oh, they are not. Oh, we will make sure everything concerning the clubs will be presented to the dean of students.
Yes, the last question.
Present. Yeah.
I want to combine it, like what you are doing, there are many things there you are not accountable to clear your app to be combine these two and your academic
Thank you for that question. For sure, there are possibilities that such a point I'll be doing my professional life. But when you want something and when you want to change something and when you want to impact something, you make time for it. You can be, haven't you heard of sometimes a mother will work 3 jobs to serve all her kids because she has no husband, right? So, because I didn't know what I want to do for Marist, I will have to figure out and make time for Marist.
so you are going to extend your stay here.
Yeah. Definitely, I will be here.
That is mistaken. I guess I've been a leader in the class, not. Yeah.
Which month did you begin?
haven't been a leader in Marist. In a club. Okay. In the St. Mary's Choir, I was the vice chairperson, and okay, the thing I was doing was actually bringing different songs. Like, you see, we have brothers, they come from different countries, and it is a very nice feeling to sing the Kiswahili songs. So I was proposing the songs, and then I had also proposed that we go out, record some songs from different countries, because I see that's what the other universities do. Like, we can go to Rwanda, we record the Rwanda songs, and then we produce a CD. So we were still working on it then. The pandemic came.
Okay, thank you, Faith and Mercy. Wish you all the best. So, at this time, I'd like to invite the person who is already in office because he's unopposed. Meaning he's already in office. So he will tell us what he's going to do for us when we're in the office. And the person is the one who is going to take care of your finance as students, as a treasurer. How is Henry good?
The Dean of Students, Madam Vivian, Electoral Commission Chairperson, Brother Augustine, and the Master of Solomon, Evans Machiko. In the interest of time, all protocols observed. Good evening to you all. I stand here very grateful and very happy to announce that even though the elections have not yet been conducted, but in principle, I am in the office. So that is to say, as MGP party, we are doing great. So I'm quoting Gary Henry, CJ student from the Department of Education pursuing mathematics and geography. As announced earlier, I'm the incoming MIUCSO treasurer. Why I chose to vie for this position is due to a number of experiences. Currently, I'm part of the finance committee in the community, and I'm the former member of the Congress in school. I'm the member of MIUC Press Club and also Marist Hot Prize. So I have a wide experience to take up the office. And I believe together with the executive, the administration, and all of us, we move our institution forward. Because of time, allow me just to go through practical points that I would like you and I, when in that office, to implement. One is that we shall ensure that, as Ada mentioned, that all clubs are given the money allocated for them. Then, when in that office, I'm going to open up a MIUCSO bank account so that all the money under that office should be directed to that account, because they've had challenges to go to the administration to request for funds. When we have our own account, we'll be able to do the money transaction in that way. And also to continue what Brother Gordon started, the M-Pesa Center, so as to work on the transparent in the issue of handling funds. Then we shall come up with so many developmental projects to raise money for our needy students. And also ensure that the record
and funds are well kept efficiently and in a transparent manner. Then we shall continue more actively and effectively with the bursary fund activities. On this point, draft mentions that the money should be channeled to the needy students, those who are really in need. And the last point I want to mention is that we shall ensure that students with low school fees, which has already been mentioned, are allowed to sit for examination. Then when collecting the result, they clear the balances. The means, just in a minute, how are we going to achieve our goals? One is by working closely with administration, especially the finance committee. You know, as an office or executive, we cannot operate in isolation, and we will need the help of the administration. Then we shall continue with a project which has been there for many time of selling credit. And on this point too, I invite all of you to support this project by buying airtime from the school. Not buy airtime via M-Pesa or outside, buy within the school and support the school. Then we shall continue with the bursary fundraising activities, especially to promote many people from outside to participate. Then we shall also rely on well-wishers, the donors, both local and international. Then we shall introduce more projects like student gardens to raise funds for our needy students. Finally, I believe that together we shall continue making this institute a better place for us and those to come. So vote for MGP. Wherever you see MGP on 3rd March 2021, just click. Where you see MGP, vote for MGP. Why I'm saying that? Because currently we are the only party in Marist. So vote for MGP. And to conclude, also together we can move MIUC to the next level. Yes, we can. And please, as I conclude, I want to urge all of you that believe in your own abilities to change this institution. Believe in your own courage to move MIUC forward. Vote for MGP. God bless you all. God bless Marist International University. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you got me clearly, I gave an example that we come up with, for instance, student garden. Now we have water, the bowl is there. So that is one of the developmental project. From that, we'll be able to raise some money. Thank you.
Our leader, our next leader was saying that he was a former they also recently had experience. So I was saying, I think the institution, the all institution is waiting for something. And the highest of the institution is the student. I may say, so my question is, we are based on a economical issue. So if you got the speech of my brother there, and they were speech, it's like everybody is saying, we will save you. So now I'm asking, are you going to focus on the student or you are going to focus on the institution or to the benefactors? Here with my speech, a speech from some speeches here, you may hear it looks like you will be focusing to the benefactors, but the highest, like they say, is to the student because the student is waiting for us. So we make sure we are, it's not only for having our voice there. We need somebody that will protect our children, the one who defend our. They are passing there, we are seeing, but we are following speeches there. We are not following what you are saying, we are following the actions. Is what we are waiting for. So, speeches like Obama, I don't know, we are waiting for that. So, we are here. We will leave out the student. No. This pandemic, academic is not academic. You don't have it. So, that was my question.
Thank you so much, my brother, for your concern. And you and I have clearly understood the impact that the pandemic has brought on each one of us. Just because time was not enough, but I will make available my manifesto online. A number of issues have been highlighted. But just to answer to your question, maybe to comment, when you got office, it's not about maybe I or you, but working together, administration, the student, for the better of our institution, for the betterment of our school. So it's for all of us to work together. So whatever we'll be doing at the end of the day, it will be for the development of each one of us. So work closely with everyone who will be elected in that office. Thank you.
I think these are the last two questions. Is it a concern or not?
How are we sure that there's transparency? So some of the money, I know you want money to go to the how do you follow and ensure that I think the money you are how? Was there any limit or was that a matter of how will we sure that there's transparency?
That's a very good question, my brother. We shall come up with a strategy that means when we begin to work. So what we are going to do is that we'll come up with a strategic plan, how we work. I may not highlight today or now, but we are going to put everything in place when the executive is there. It's not about high, but it's about the executive. And we do consultative work with the dean of students, the HODs and the administration. So we shall sit together and come up with how we are going to do that. Not about high, but the executive. A very good question, my brother. First of all, the land is there, and now we have the new borehole. You know, the market is very clear. We begin with our lecturers, members of staff, These are the people to support us. Even you buy here, instead of going to the market, you'll be buying from us. You support us and your fellow students. So the market is well assured. And the little money that you find in that office, that is our children. So we have to help one another. Thank you so much, my brother.
So at this point, allow me, Vice President, who is Brandon.
Dean of students, chairperson for the conference, and the senior Matiko, and my fellow students. Good evening. 10 years ago, I couldn't have imagined me standing in front of learning people in an international university, running for a vice president post. Well, my name is Brandon Obimo, and I am running for vice president of Marist International University College. And today, I want to share with you a big idea. This is not about the pursuit for qualifications. This one is about the students of Marist University who decided to take control in their own hands. This is about the passionate youth, the youth that is outside to set an example. This one is about creating a family that includes every single one of us, without formalities, without applications, without barriers. This one is about us, who got to know each other. This one is about you. You who took the initiative to listen to our manifestos and vote for the best candidate in your student's office. It has been 2 years now, me as a married student. That means I'm a second year student. I have learned students face many barriers that need breaking. Student voice needs to be heard. You all deserve the best support services and value, and I am here to make sure that happens. Before I state my manifestos, let me say why I think I'm the best candidate for the vice president position. I have an experience in leadership. I was the president of my former high school and turned it to the best. I am a devoted Christian and currently a youth leader in a regional group of Baptist churches in my county. I'm from Bungoma. I am a humble person. I am genuine, approachable, and most of all, empathetic person. I'm this person that is willing to move from a comfort zone to fight for problem critically for the good of my fellows. What I will do for you students when I get to the office. First of all, I will introduce a peer assistant learning scheme. This whereby senior students provide academic support to the first years as they make the transition to university level study. I will create awareness and encourage you students to take advantage of school services in the campus, like the psycho, spiritual, that is available in campus. Ensure that all unions, that is clubs, are centered on promoting the culture, equality, diversity, and inclusion. I will promptly respond to complaints or challenges that are faced by students in their academic pursuit. I will push the school administration to refurbish buildings and build at least 3 bathrooms for male students in the campus. Yeah, as you have heard, it's just one club because they believe that men only shower once in a week. But not to all of us. Okay, what I will do to MIUC, that is Marist in general, I will work with the clubs together with the talented students to market Marist all over Kenya by creating interesting videos that advertise MIUC's academic and sports prowess. Since the biggest challenge that MIUC face is late payment of fees, or some students even lack enough for making them, thus making them unable to sit for their exams, I will continue with the fundraising program being led by our lecturer, Mr. Eliab, to support the needy students. What I will do to MIUCSO, that is the office, I will organize for a leadership conference, invite best people to train them on the best way to lead and deliver the fullest to both the school and the students. Please, my fellow students, I urge you, vote for me. To vote for me, it means that you will vote for my superior, that is my boss, Angela Mugo, as the president. Then leave the work for me and her. Together with the elected others, I believe, let me say this, I assure you, I give you my assurance that I will deliver all that I've promised you. Thank you.
So I think Brother Branol is done. I have to invite them 2 questions. About 2.
Pardon me, the second question. Okay. I am a member of environmental club, but I've not been active because of
serious reasons. And first of all, I did not even want to join environmental club because I am a drama club person, as in I love drama. But in Marist, the drama was not that serious, according to what I saw. So I registered to the environmental club, just participated for a few days, and then I stopped because of personal reasons. That's why me, when I get to the office, I make sure that all these clubs deliver what they are meant to deliver.
Now, does this mean that when you enter the office, then kind of things are not there? You are going to run away. Number two, there is something you mentioned about psychospiritual whatever. The students are supposed to be allowed to use in school. They mentioned psychospiritual so I want to clarify, as in, are we supposed to be going there or spiritual mountains or as in, try to clarify.
Okay, first of all, I know you, Duncan. And okay, I know you. And that psycho-spiritual place, we have spiritual leaders. And in spiritual matters, it does not just mean about us speaking about God or the ways we can get to heaven. This is where they tell you some things, or let me say it like this, they can move you from depression when you are facing trouble. Like, for example, I know that the other semester, that is the other year, you lacked enough fees. I'm just putting it straight to you because you are the one who asked. And you could not sit for exams, and I could see you were so stressed. And I was seeing you sitting at this door down there at so I could not attend to you because I'm not that spiritual person. But I will tell the students that if they face such, they can go there, be guided, and then they can be advised to come to our office, and we can help them where we can. And if we cannot manage to help them, we can take them to the administration. And I think our lecturers, our administration, they will listen and they will help. No, I've not jumped from environmental group.
And by 5:45, I think by now it's about 5:35. Look at your phone.
Yes.
So I think we have about 10 minutes because at 5:45 we should be going. So kindly allow me to welcome the president to present our
All protocols observed. Good evening. My name is Angela Mogo. I am a student from the Arts and Social Sciences Department, currently in my fourth year, and I'm very honored to be the first female president of the Marist International University. It has been quite the journey. I have been able to serve the students and the MIUC community as a whole in different capacities, such as the campus director of
MIUC Hall Prize, electoral commissioner, and a member of various events committees. This experience has allowed me to be able to interact with many of the students in the school, as well as to understand the adverse challenges of the MIUCSO. I have been able to work with the past MIUCSO executives, and I am grateful for all they have done so far. Many have asked, who would I emulate? But I can assure you, ours as Marist Democratic Party is to bring difference as underlined by our slogan, Moving MIUC Forward. Together with my team, I aim to 1. Come up with income generating activities for the MIUCSO called MIUCSO Pesa Fund. As a party, it came to our attention that many of our fellow students are unable to access various school amenities due to fee arrears. We as MIUCSO hope to support by having independent means of earning a bit of income to support our fellow comrades. One of the students had asked a question on whether we were aware of the capital that we needed in order to start our small garden. I would like to tell you that we did a bit of research and I've been speaking to some farmers and we were told the amount that we would need was about 10 to 15K, and we're already in discussions with the MasterCard Foundation in order to facilitate the funding. Number two, partnership with key stakeholders to offer work opportunities for students. Underlined Kazi ni Kazi. MIUC is a unique institution with various key partners with whom we hope to partner with in order to help capture key work opportunities for students. No matter the income, kazi ni kazi. And as part of this, we've been able to assist students, even at our personal capacity, in giving them opportunities such as being able to work with persons who do catering businesses and persons who do events. So such small opportunities are what we are assuring you to be able to access, because at the end of the day, kazi ni kazi. Number three, work on setting up a stage bench for the students. Many of us use public means and struggle when waiting for matatus. Thus, it is important to come up with a well set up stage bench to ease the time we take waiting for the matatu. For this, as the incoming MIUCSO executives, we are already in discussions with the DTB Bank in order to support us in this initiative. Number four, standardization of the prices in the cafeteria. Students have raised awareness on the food prices in the cafeteria, and my office aims to address it together with the persons in charge of the cafeteria, as we are students and therefore we need subsidized expenses. Also, as part of this, we've already started discussions in collaboration with those who are in the cafeteria, and we've already started negotiating about prices to be reduced for as low as 20 bob per meal. So if Githeri was 50 shillings, it will now become 30 shillings. Number five, collaborate with the finance office to come up with a financial plan for students called Lipa Pole Pole Initiative. We as MDP are aware of the issues of students being unable to do exams due to last-minute financial difficulties. Therefore, together with the financial office, we hope to come up with a plan to help students lipa pole pole instead of having a large debt to pay at the end of the semester. And the last agenda that I have and as my team has is transportation. Together with my executives and the administration and all other stakeholders, we hope to be able to come with a transportation plan. The transport will help students to easily move from Marist Lane to classes with a small fee. Actions speak louder than words. And as your incoming MIUCSO president, I promise to work to my level best. And all I ask for is your collaboration and support as your servant and as your representative. As our MDP slogan states, MIUC iende mbele, hashtag moving MIUC forward. Thank you and God bless you all.
Yes, because And ask I don't have to ask. Okay, yes.
Yes.
It may happen that, I'm not saying it may happen that half of your school you may find that half of your part members are you ready and willing to cooperate something you have different ideas? Are you willing to be open and ready to work with others who are friends? Supposing that you work you have a plan,
yes.
they are not agreeing, and but you are the same commission and I mean the same thing.
As I mentioned in my speech, I'm the servant and representative of the students. Therefore, I'm very willing to work with any student, no matter whether they're independent or they're members of my party. Yes. Yes. No. I have 3 more semesters. 4 actually. 4. I have 4. Yes. Yeah. Yes. 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 Yeah. Okay.
Because some of us don't like yes, they can put their
Okay.
For
For example, ugali mboga. Yes, I've actually put it there. Yes. Yes, yes. Yeah.
New doesn't have fun. How will we do it? And that's not food. So new doesn't have fun. Over because of income that how will you increase the profit people are using the prices? My suggestion is let's build a variety which are affordable.
Okay.
Sambusa 20 bob, it makes sense. Because you are selling it at a price which is equivalent to the output money that you are using. Like my company now is if the school can provide the milk and make yogurt, I can go for 50 bob. Let's have those variety of food so that students, if you don't have their 100 shillings to buy chapati there, you can get that 50 bob to buy yogurt and to take it to the day. That will increase the funds for the school. And also, we will cater for the needs of those ones who are complaining 100 shillings too much for them for lunch. Thank you.
Maybe I can just address that. What we could do is increasing the variety and subsidizing the prices. Because you see, for example, like you said, if we add a samosa for 20 shillings and we drop the price of githeri by, let's say, 10 bob, right? And it will now go for 40 bob. If somebody buys the samosa, because let's say I don't buy githeri personally, so I don't buy githeri, but I'll start buying samosa. Are you seeing the mathematics? Vile inaingiana. Yeah, I understand. No, it's okay. I've taken it into consideration.
Okay, I have 2 questions for you from one and people can
Yes.
say that they're streaming very well. The first one,
Yes.
for a president and his spies to work effectively, they have to build a good relationship.
Yeah.
My question is, what is the relationship between you and your president?
No, it's a valid point. It's a good question, and if the person was here, they would have heard me shouting and screaming for my vice president because he's my friend. Yes.
The other question, the guy has asked in Swahili,
Rezo, wangeze wanataka kazi
tutafanya kazi. We will really work hard to have a very good event. Yeah.
Thank you. I think at this point, I would like to thank you members for coming up to attend this event. Why not that you are not here and the event was to be successful. So allow me to welcome the Dean of Students to give the handbook as well as the final photo. Thanks. Welcome.
Good evening. Yes, I'm so pleased to say a lady is standing for the president position. I'm so happy. In fact, that shows that in Africa, something new will happen. They will change one day, and we'll also have an African president who is a woman one day. Congratulations for that courage, my dear. Now, to all who are vying for various positions, that is Rita, Henry, Mercy, Faith, Ruth, Anderson, Tal, Francis, Joseph, and Peter. I wish you all the best. You have promised us many things, okay? And I'm so happy to have a vibrant group desiring to enter the office to work, okay? So, I'm ready to work with you. I am there for you. We will work together because I can see that the spirit all of you are having is a very vibrant, hot, youthful spirit. And that's what we need to see in our campus so that everyone may enjoy their life within the campus. It is the leaders who can create something that will make you love Marist, that will make you admire to always be here and even participate in our activities. So, I leave it all to the student to vote the right candidates that they want in that particular office. But for me, I wish you all the best. Okay? I see all of you are capable. You can do something. By your manifesto, you express it clearly that you can do something. And I can see people who are very, you're outgoing. I am seeing change already. By your manifesto, I've seen change. So let me see that change in action as you enter the office. So to all my dear students, on Wednesday, come with your student ID card, come and vote the person you think will deliver in the office. Not because the person is your friend, not because the person has bribed you. Anyway, in Marist, there is no bribery according to our core value, okay? And not because somebody has told you to vote for that person. You all have listened to the manifesto and you have heard what they have promised us. Do you believe in them? Then if you believe in whatever they have said, vote for them and sit back, support them, hold their hand, work with them, and let them see if they will fulfill what they have promised. Now, they have promised so many things. I hope all of you have recorded. And the good thing with this manifesto of today, it was live on YouTube. So we have a record. Now, next year, when they are coming to present their report of what they have done in the office, I will be playing this for them every time to listen to what they said and see what they have fulfilled. And before they present their report, we will expose this to the student to listen to it and then come the next day and listen to their report so that you can throw back the question to them in any case they did not deliver. So we are lucky. This COVID has helped us to have a record of something. Okay? So anyway, because it's late, I wish you all the best. Enjoy your life in Marist. Enjoy your studies. But more so, think of what brought you to Marist and focus more on it. So to my dear ones, all the best. I'm waiting for the team that I will be given by the students on Wednesday. So all the best to you, and I'm happy to have all of you. Thank you. Now, I was also told to make vote of thanks. Yeah.
Good evening. Yeah, just like the day said, I will also say all the best. Now we have few announcements. As we all know that on Wednesday we have the elections, and then before, let me say what will make any student to qualify for voting is your student ID card. So meaning that if you don't have student ID card, you will not vote. So maybe as you are going for your campaign, also enlighten them so that they know. Then from the party, since it's only one party, you give us 2 observers. Then each independent candidate, you give 1 observer before Wednesday. What again? Okay, thank you.
To my outgoing officials, I know there was a challenge of COVID, so you were not able to achieve what you had planned for Marist. We are not there to blame you. We know you had a vision, which was it was within your heart. But due to COVID, maybe you did not achieve all that you desired. But for the good work that you have done in Marist, we really thank you. Really, you've done a lot. You promoted Marist, you marketed Marist, you did so many things for the students despite the challenge of COVID. So thank you very much to my outgoing official. I know I'll have time with you to celebrate you and to thank you officially, but I also say thank you for now. So with that, I think we can end the assembly for now. Okay, kindly all the first year who don't have their ID, student ID, see me tomorrow or on Monday. If it's not yet ready, we will prepare a particular paper that I will stamp that will allow you to vote. Okay? That will smooth the work. So with those few remarks, we can pray and we break. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. We thank you for this session that we have had. We pray, Lord, that you may be with our candidates. Bless them, bless all our students, and let the process of this election go according to your will. For those who are still in need of your help, especially in regard to school fees and even their various needs, we pray, Lord, that you may provide for them. Bless all the benefactors of our students and be with them in all their needs. We ask all this through Christ our Lord. So enjoy your evening, and I'm happy to say good night for you today.